If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day.
Okay, a week ago by my clock, I did a live stream with Mark from Whiskey Whistle, and we tasted this whiskey. The two of us live. The video is still on. It's up on YouTube, and it was a live stream a week ago. This particular video is maybe a couple weeks after that, maybe 3 weeks after that, something like that. I don't know. It's supposed to be about a week into October, but it's when you see this, but it's still the 22nd of September when I'm making the video. This is a Jura Boutique Barrels, vintage 1993. It's been distilled on the 21st of January 1993, and it's 54% alcohol by volume. It is from the Jura distillery, and I might as well come back and revisit this one now that it's been open this long, and I've done it live with Mark, but I might as well just read, give you my update kind of thing. I've had a good evening of tasting whiskey. I started with the Armorique Classic from Brittany in France, and it was beautiful. Next, I had, what did I have? Oh yeah, Glencairn 14, another wonderful whiskey. And after the Glencairn 14, I had the Rocktown Arkansas whiskey. It's 100% rye. It's got some rough edges, but I really enjoy the flavor of it. It's got all the rye and all the wood, and they marry together, even though the thing is only 18 months old. It's quite a nice whiskey. Not for beginners. It's not smooth. It's got some rough edges, but I like that. This one here, well, it's been 7 months and a little more than 7 months since I first did this one. When I swirl it around like this, and I give it a nose, what I get on the nose initially reminds me of two things. Number one is the smell of propane gas. If you just open the valve of a propane cylinder, the smell of propane gas, that's what it reminds me of first. Then that propane gas morphs to sauerkraut. And I keep getting sauerkraut out of this whiskey. I don't know why, but I do. Sourness, sauerkraut. Propane, liquid propane gas opened up to the atmosphere. It's curious, but it's interesting at the same time. That smell of propane gas takes me back to my childhood, because in our summer camp we had our refrigerator ran off of propane, and our two-burner stove, camp stove, also ran off of propane. And I like the smell of it. But now I'm getting sauerkraut. And I'm getting something else. Could it be cocoa? Let me take a sip of water first. Half a bottle left. 700 mils. 54% alcohol by volume. Yeehaw. Yeah. Sauerkraut. They used sherry casks for this one because it is single cask bottling, non-chill filtered, Oloroso sherry butt, bottled at cask strength. I still get mostly sauerkraut on the nose. It's curious. You know what now? I'm also getting honey. Sauerkraut and dark, viscous honey. I wasn't getting the honey before. Interesting how this changes every time I get a nose of it. Honey. The sauerkraut morphs towards dark honey. Mm. Mm. Sauerkraut, honey, and alcohol. I'm going to add some water to this one. Just because it has some heat to it. Bring it down under 50%, I think. And bringing it down to under 50% might make it more palatable because it is a little hot right now. I get sauerkraut and heat, and that's about all right now. Let's see if I can coax some complexity out of it. With the addition of water, I'm still getting some of that sauerkraut. Yep, sauerkraut. Maybe some sultana raisins besides that. This was a very interesting little single barrel. There's probably none other like it. So this is a unique flavor. Now with a little bit of water, a few drops, that has smoothened it down. It's not so hot. It's very mouth-watering. I still get a bit of sauerkraut on the palate. But along with that mouth-wateriness, I'm getting some of the wood. I'm getting some tannins from the wood. I don't know how old the wood was. It's a sherry butt, so I'm imagining that it may have been used once already. There's no age statement on it. It just says vintage 1993, but when was it bottled? It does not say when it was bottled. It says here rich citrus marmalade, crushed almonds, spicy ginger, and a roasted coffee. Warm, deeply mature, and inviting. Pure luxury in a glass, it says. Well, yes, I'm getting hints of coffee. Even on the nose, I'm getting some coffee. Ginger, maybe a bit. Citrus? Let's bring the ABV down a little bit more. See what we get. I was getting mostly sauerkraut. Okay. Now I'm getting some vanilla. Okay. Citrus to some extent. Now I'm getting a little bit of cocoa. Chocolate. Malty. Like Ovaltine. That Swiss drink that you add milk to or water to. I used to have that, or my mother used to give me that when I was a kid. So there's some of that malty Ovaltine, chocolatey. Now I'm getting some more of the fruitiness. Not citrus necessarily, but fruitiness. Maybe it is kind of citrus. Oh. Yes, citrus, chocolate. Marmalade, yeah. Okay. I'm not getting any crushed almonds. I'm getting some spice. Is it ginger? Roasted coffee. Ginger, yeah. Coffee, yeah. Bit of a stretch, but you know what? This could also be the power of suggestion. Because it suggests ginger, it suggests coffee. That's what I'm tasting now. I'm still getting a mouthful of sauerkraut. This is an interesting whiskey. I have half a bottle left. It may take me a while to go through that half a bottle. I don't know if I'm going to come back to it and taste it again. But so far, it's a lot better than it was initially when I opened it 7 months ago. This one might. Freaking sauerkraut. I keep getting sauerkraut. It doesn't say anything about sauerkraut on the tasting notes on the label of this bottle. Sauerkraut with a little bit of Tootsie Roll chocolate underneath it. Very interesting. This is a fine whiskey. Very fine and very subtle. Most enjoyable. Slanchava.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.